Hey everyone, welcome to another video for Rayoshis Vision. And yes, the Vision Day happened yesterday, and now we have the Vision paper in our hands. And this would be a detailed review of the Vision paper as promised to all my viewers out there. And to all Rayoshi Vision fans, guys, consider this the most detailed outcome or review of the entire Vision paper that I'm going to do right now. Please do watch this video till the end without skipping to understand what Rayoshi's Vision is, what their projects are, and I'm very happy that one of my thoughts or my vision, you can say, did come into existence. So yes, I did speak about Rayoshi's Vision having a NFT marketplace as a possibility, and yes, that's listed over here. That's one of their projects that they're getting into. So more on that later as we go through the entire vision paper in depth. So please hit the like button on this video if you like this video, and also do subscribe to my channel, and also please do share this with all those people who would like to get into Rayoshi's Vision token, so that they get an idea of what they're getting into and what the actual details are regarding the vision paper, and what projects that Rayoshi's Vision token would be coming out with. Now, this would be interesting because they are entering into a space where I have, until now at least, never seen a token actually enter into. So that's really nice to see. More on that as the video progresses. So watch out for that particular bit. I really love that portion as well. And what they're doing with esports is something a little different. Yes, they are part of esports. I've quoted this in my earlier video as well. I was pretty damn confident that they would be coming out with either GameFi or the esports section. They would be going ahead and doing it, but the way that they're implementing themselves in esports is also an interesting one or topic to discuss. So watch out for that as well as the video progresses. And yeah, much more to speak, but let's get the video started before that. And guys, write the I mean, all other videos out there, it's the same old disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, neither is this any financial advice. This is just my views and my individual outputs on whatever I know about cryptocurrencies out there in the market, and my research that I would do on any of the token which I would like to invest in or would like to probably suggest someone to go ahead and invest in. Because sometimes, yeah, I'm a small time investor, I would only invest in what I can afford. Right? So having said that, guys, this would be an interesting video in terms of running through the vision paper, mainly because of the fact that this vision paper or the white paper is different. Yes, it's definitely different from many of the cryptos out there. How? Please do go ahead and watch this content to get to know about it more. Now, having said that, this is your Mr. Aslan. Crypto education is my passion. Let's get it started. So, that was a big introduction, right? I'll try to cut that down next time. So moving on with the first page, you have the decentralization and why, what is the vision of decentralization that they have explained. I'm not going to go into detail about this. It's just that introduction of how the centralized system works and what they want to do with decentralization and why do they want to go ahead with decentralization. Just giving a snippet. And also, if in case you're interested, guys, there is also an original article of Ryoshi which is tagged over here. You can run through it and probably get to know more about Ryoshi's actual vision and Ryoshi's articles on why he wanted to get Shiba out, as well as is a fan of decentralization. Right. So having a quick snippet, I've probably highlighted a few lines which I will go through now. So they say that our community will deploy ideas and utilities to support artists and projects in an equal way. So Ryoshi's main vision in terms of decentralized solutions would be supporting the artists. Now the artists can be related to only those painters or creators of what you can say painting or NFTs and such that we see, but it is not limited there. So this is where the fun begins, and this is where I like the way that they're actually approaching, because that's a space where not as far as I know, none of the cryptocurrencies are actually in that space. But if you know anyone who is in that space, please do let me know in the comment section below, guys. So moving on, what is that space? So with plans of becoming a decentralized autonomous organization, or a DAO as we call it, or DAO, however you wish to call that. So Rayoshis Vision aims to disrupt the entertainment and technology sector by creating utilities that benefit artists, creators, players, and many more actors of different sectors. Now, the area or the field which I was speaking is over here. Some of the industries that we're developing utilities for are music, gaming, art, and design. Now, what was that one area of venture which I felt was very very new to cryptocurrencies right now is music. So imagine you could sell your music probably as an NFT, or however, I don't know how they are going to come out with, or uh, just imagine that you could actually portray or post your music in a particular site and people could actually listen to it, or in the sidelines, if there are individual artists who are very much talented and want to give out their vocals or their own songs or bands, whatever be the scenario, what if Rayoshi's Vision develops an app wherein you can subscribe through Rayoshi tokens and listen to all those good artists' work out there? Now that's the potential, that or that's the plan that I have in my mind, and this might be happening in the later stages. It might be an app, it might be Android or iOS, and iOS in fact, not or it can be a web-based application. It can be a website altogether where you can actually go ahead and do. I mean, we did see this recently happening with Feg as well. They started their own radio channel, guys. Fegradio.com is live and it's running 24/7. Some of the other people would be there available for you to hear on the radio front. Do watch out my other video. I have made a separate video for that as well, so you can just go check that out if in case any of you are interested in Fact Token, or any of you are already invested in Fact Token as well. So that's where I said it's a new venture, and it's something, as far as I have seen, is it's something of a space which is not tapped into much by the crypto universe or the crypto space out there, and they do have a lot of potential for revenue generation as well as implementation of crypto as well. Now gaming art, yes, it's already been to a certain extent implemented, and gaming, yes, it's starting off now, but nonetheless it's the easiest adoption factor that you can get. Now music again is another one which you can easily get the adoption done for crypto. Artwork, yes, as NFTs it is still a bit difficult for a lot of people to understand what NFTs are, how the trading happens, how do you get an actual value for an NFT. Or sometimes it may so happen that the artist who is creating a fabulous artwork might not know the real value of it, and the person who first purchases it might get it for point 0.1 ETH, and he would sell the same artwork to 10, I mean say 100 ETH worth, right? So that is where artists lose out. Yeah, you may say he earns in royalty, but nonetheless again it depends on the percentage that you would like to set and all those stuff. Technicals a little aside, I'm going to do a separate video on NFTs alone. That would be an educational video which would be coming out with my crypto wisdom playlist. So please do watch out for that as well, where I'll be covering the GameFi space, the NFT space, as well as what would NFTs and GameFi together combine and bring improvement. So very good to see that Ryoshi is also on the same lines, because gaming NFTs are the hot selling cakes right now, and this is the correct time or point to enter or venture into that space, because now you establish yourself as a footprint, and in the next 1 year you build up a certain project and deploy it, then it would be a money making machine for you. I would guarantee that, because there are so many gamers, there are so many people who would like to get into gaming, and who would love to earn crypto while they are gaming and having fun. Who wouldn't like to do that, right? So that's something that's an easy adoption way. But yeah, music is another way which is actually providing the platform for all those mediocre or less known artists out there who would not be able to spend a lot in terms of earning franchisees, or probably getting a real estate space in terms of other areas to go ahead and present themselves as a band. I mean, I'm speaking of all those big concerts that we look at, right? So not everyone would get that opportunity, but still there are lot many artists out there who are very much individually very very talented, and we see those in the YouTube section as well. If you go down to YouTube, you can see numerous artists who are somewhat not so known, but I mean individually or as a band, but their art, their music is sometimes tremendously fine. So that's something that I would really love to see, and that's a space which I'm very confident about, that these guys would succeed if it is done in the right manner. Yes, there is a clause, guys. I would always like to put a clause to be transparent and non-biased. I like to treat this as an investment, and you should be a little wary about where you invest as well. So that's the reason I always put an asterisk over there. But nonetheless, I'm confident on this team as well, because as far as I have been having interactions with them from the past 1 week or so, I've been seeing their response mechanism in Discord or in Telegram groups. I've been asking them questions. I mean, I always do that with any token that I want to review, right? So yes, the response has been positive, and I believe that yes, they have set their mind to do something, right? And that's going to happen is what I believe. Yes, again, it's community driven. everything may be happening if the community supports that. So it's all up to the community out there. Now, there is another article which has the Rayoshi's full vision details. So, in case you're interested in checking that, you can come down. The link is available here in the vision paper itself. I will also leave the link of this in my description of the video. You can come down, check out the entire article. The gist of it is all about Ryoshi speaking, why he went to the blockchain perspective, as well as why he wants decentralization to happen. And he speaks more about the SHIB or the Shibarium ecosystem, and what would Shiba Inu token be in the near future, what he wants Shiba Inu token to be in the near future. In the end, I'll just give you one single snippet. She is another token which would be pegged at 10 cents, right? So you do 1 cent, I'm sorry, 1 cent. So that is something that we have to wait for until the blockchain comes out. But yeah, just quoting at the end of the article, what he just says is, my vision is the core ecosystem tokens, SHIB, Leash, Bone, and Treat, all performing their utility while she slowly but surely becomes the immutable globalized exchange of value. Now, this is something a little interesting which I would like to investigate a little more. I've also gone through this article right now, so I do not know what treat is much. It's a different token, but I'm not so aware about it. I would like to let probably investigate a little more, and probably let's see what happens. But nonetheless, my major focus is on she slowly becoming a immutable globalized exchange of value. Imagine a fish market vendor in Durbs accepting 330 she for his dorado. That's a kind of a a fish, right? So I think so. Please let me know if I'm wrong here. So he also says about transaction fees and minimal or none to run in the Shibarium ecosystem. So that's the entire gist of it. He's speaking about decentralization and what SHIB is planning to do. So if you are interested, please do go ahead and read through the article. Now, coming down to what Ryoshi's vision is. Now, they are inspired by Ryoshi. That's the reason, hence the name also of Ryoshi's vision. So they say that they're enabling community initiatives and projects into utilities aligned with our core values, rewarding holders through deflationary tokenomics and built-in burn mechanisms, which definitely we will get into a little later in the video, encouraging the community to vote and participate in project decisions or in the DAO, the decentralized autonomous organization. That's how they want to work. So enabling community initiatives and projects into utilities is something which would be happening as a community driven as well as a dependency on the development team. So Wi-Fi, as we know, Wi-Fi and the develop is the one heading the developer team. I mean, they are in conjunction, they work in conjunction with each other, I believe. So that's where their part comes in, where the community says that this is what we are going to propose, and that is where they will start working, and probably that would come out as a product out there. And once that happens, then yeah, it's improvement for Rayoshi's ecosystem or the token, in fact. So moving ahead, they say the token, how it is actually how it is actually split across from the day it is launched, or how the minting or the entire process happened when it came out, right? So what they did, once they minted the token, they burned 500 or sent the 500 trillion tokens to the contract address one, that is the SHIB address, I believe, and the other one was, yeah, I'm sorry, the contract address had that 500 trillion, and the 500 trillion again was sent to the SHIB address, which was ideally indicated as a burn. So half the supply is burnt out. One thing to note, that even though Ryoshi contributes to the amazing Shiba Swap ecosystem and is aligned with Ryoshi's core values, they are not a part of Shiba Inu team altogether. They are a separate team and an independent token, guys. So for all those people out there who think that they are part, or they are somewhat involved with Shiba Inu team, I did check with this question as well directly to the in the Telegram group, and the response I received is they are inspired by them, and probably yes, they are working in conjunction with them, but they are a separate entity altogether. It's not like they have a direct contact. It's more of a marketing kind of a, or say a organizational kind of a tag that they have with Shiba Inu token. So they go hand in hand, but they are two separate railroads altogether, right? So that it's on a two different track that you are taking, but they're again aligned or connected through a small bridge in the between. That's how they're working on, guys. So there are two separate tokens, two different teams, two entirely different communities altogether. So do not mix up with Shib and Ryoshi being one in the end. Just quoting. So moreover, they have given you the details of the entire value of quadrillions on the date. I really like this because they have mentioned it date on the detail front. So this is something that you can always refer back to on when the token actually initiated and when they started selling it on the fair launch and all those stuff. This is nice. I like the date mentioned over here. You have your contract address. Again, please do verify this before you go ahead and buy it on Shiba Swap or Uniswap. That's the only two locations that's currently available for Rayoshis Vision. So just double check on the contract address before you go ahead and purchase that, guys, just to avoid scams. So initial launch, again, 100% of the liquidity tokens is burnt to the SHIB address and deployed only on Shiba Swap. So again, you do have it on Uniswap now. Someone might have created utility, liquidity, or the team itself would have provided liquidity on Uniswap as well. So you can go ahead and purchase there also. But compared to Uniswap, Shiba Swap has a lower gas limit or the transaction fees. You can just check that out and probably purchase it when the gas fees are quite low. That's a suggestion, guys. Again, do your own research. Okay. So now coming down to the tokenomics real quick. 1% of the burn, again, we have gone through this multiple times, so it will be burnt and sent to wallet 1. I'll show you what is wallet 1 and wallet 3. It's an Etherscan. You can also go ahead and check that out yourself as well. So 1% distribution of every transaction to the rewards goes to wallet number 3, and it also has a protection against sandwich bots activity. Now, what is the sandwich bots activity? If you have recently gone through my other videos, I've spoken about having bots wherein they place transactions. When there is a transaction for, say, 1 ETH and the gas fees is around $30, then this particular bot, what it does, it places a transaction which is 1.1 ETH. Just an example, guys. So 1.1 ETH, that is a little above this 1 ETH, and also a transaction with lower gas fee, like 1.1 ETH with, say, $32 of gas fee, and zero point 0.9 ETH with $28 of gas fee. Now, what this bot does, it gives you a higher value of transaction with a higher gas fee and a lower limit of the ETH value with a lower gas fee. Or it can be the other side. All right. So what it does, it's ideally stopping the transaction in between and lets its transaction go in forefront. So the person, as an individual, me, you, anyone out there who would like to purchase a token, when we are trying to go ahead and do it, we would be getting a price, or the number of tokens that you would get would be much lesser than the other person, since their transaction has gone to the front end and now the price has increased a little, right? So that's how these bots work. So that's the reason they have a contract and has the code built in to ensure that the sandwich bots do not work. However, there is something called as arbitrage bots. I think that should still work. I believe I'm yet to get a clarification on that, and probably once I get a clarity, I would like to go ahead and showcase it. But how the arbitrage bot works, it's very simple. Again, it just compares against various exchanges or wherever the token is available for purchase and goes ahead and takes the least possible or the best possible price available out there in the market. And that's quite okay, because that's helping you find out or getting more tokens. So that's a beneficial bot, if you ask me. But then again, currently, at least, if it's only available in 2 locations, so it shouldn't be a bother in terms of using that bot altogether, right? So moving on, I did tell you that the wallet number 1 and wallet number 3, this is your wallet number 1, that is your Shiba Inu token wallet. It has this quadrillion supply, 500 trillion supply. You can see, including the burns, it has already gone up to the 53% portion. And you also have this third wallet, which is your rewards wallet, that currently is standing at 22 billion tokens. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I believe it's 22 billion. 4 trillion, 1 2 3 4, I am sorry, it is 22 trillion. Yeah, it is 22 trillion tokens, guys, and this is what will be distributed to all the ex SHIB holders, that is all the Shiba Inu coins stakeholders who have ideally stake their Shiba Inu in Shiba Swap. Okay, I kind of mixed that up, I'm sorry. Okay, now moving back to the white paper. So what they say on the reward pool, they say equal distribution of Ryoshi. This is really nice because no other token has this mechanism where there is equal distribution of the rewards that accumulated in the tokenomics. Every other token has a proportionate distribution. Like if you are a holder of your 1% of the total supply, then you get the maximum rewards, and the rest all below that 1%. Just quoting that 1% being the highest, depends on token to token, whoever holds most, guys. So if 1% is the highest holder, then he or she would be getting the highest rewards in terms of distribution, and all others again proportionately would be getting the lesser amount of rewards aligned. So but here everyone gets equal amounts, and we have seen it from the past. Three times we have received the reward, three times, and I was really happy. I've done another video with Rayoshis rewards that we got recently. Please go ahead and watch that out as well. We have got double the rewards that we would usually get within the 2 week span, and that indicates that we have a high volume of trade of Ryoshi, and that's really nice to see. Now next, they say exclusivity to Shiba Swap ecosystem to at launch, adding to its transaction volume and total volume locked, which contributes to other regular Shiba Swap rewards as well. So that's a contribution, or that's the kind of tie up that they have with Shiba Inu ecosystem they would like to give, and they would also like to, I mean, be happy to get what they get, right? So what did they get? We will know that in a while. So our first distribution cycle, it started 2 weeks after the launch, and I'm sorry. uh, they say they have distributed over $200,000. That's in USD, guys. Again, not tokens. It's USD dollars. That's been from more than 1 million USD from our reward pool to move to, I mean, to more than 81,000 XShip holders. So that's the first 2 weeks of distribution that happened. After which they have been distributing to XShip holders, and this would continue for a period of 20 weeks for this given cycle. So this is really nice to see, because for this cycle they are saying it is 20 weeks. We never know whether this particular cycle would come back again, and we would still be able to get the rewards of Rayoshi Vision even if you are staked in Shiba Swap. Yet to see that in the future days, but for now, people who have staked it, like me, yes, I have staked it, and I've also shown it to you guys. So it's a 20 weeks of free Rayoshi tokens. Even if you do not want to invest in it right now, sit back and relax, have a cup of coffee or tea or a beer, whatever you feel like, and keep getting those free tokens on your Shiba Swap. Woof it once the Shibarium comes into existence. That way, you would be saving a lot on gas fee. So, having said that, moreover, they have this protection and reward pool. Moving ahead, we have the community building activity that they quote on how they want to build their community, what are the community wise, the things that they want to engage in, and how they feel the community is much more important than anything else for them, because it's a totally community driven token altogether. So, they want to explain more about their core values and stuff. You can read through it, but this is the gist of it, guys. They just want to ensure that the community input is always taken for any of the projects that they take up. Now, coming down to these five values that they have: the equality, inclusivity, initiative, giving back to the community, and kindness. This is really nice to see, because everywhere it is indicated that they would be doing something for the community, and community is the forefront of their project. Nothing comes in terms of profit or anything else, but they would like to place the community in front, and then let's see how the entire project gets driven. And they do have a good system in terms of how the community works and how they want to operate in a DAO or a DAO. So they are saying the exact way of DAO to be implemented is still an analysis, and possible solutions will be discussed with the community, again the community, in the next step. So development updates about our DAO will be announced on our website and social media platforms. So they're going to do that in the later stage, but for now this is the structure they have. What they have is a coordination team, admin team, and a development team on one side, and the other side it would be the work groups, which contains of minute other groups, which includes which ideally does certain functions. It can be the document management, it can be entertainment, marketing, social networks, art or design, whatever. And they have just given us a small split. All right, so there is no CEO over here, there is no COO, there is no CFO, or there is no payroll. It's all community driven. No one works here for any salary as such. This is not a project which is a kind of a job for them, but it's a community driven project. Now, some of the people out there might feel that since it is not a docs team, we do not have a centralized mechanism of workflow. We have seen many such tokens out there who which are either rug pulls or which are not actually managed so well, even though the project ideas are very well driven. But for this community altogether, I would like to say it's just that we need to give them some time. So only after a couple of months is when we would actually be able to come to a decision whether the community is able to deliver or the team is able to deliver or not. Now, with Shiba Inu token, also a lot of people had a lot of doubts. There were a lot of FUDs that were running around. And even after all those FUD out there, they did come out with Shiba Swap. They have an excellent option of earning bone, leash, providing liquidity. They have multiple options that are there in Shiba Swap right now. It's an excellent product according to me. Yes, it does have some glitches with it, and that's something that can easily be ironed out with a few patches or updates. That's nothing to worry, but the functionality is still there, right? So you gave the value for ship that it's supposed to be getting right now. At least you gave the value of bone, you gave the value of leash, you got something to actually prove that yes, your community driven projects are coming into light, so you're working on them, right? So you're doing something. It's not like you're just, it's not a blind hype, correct? So that's what they did prove across. So the same way, we need to give Rayoshi's Vision team a little more time to understand whether whatever they are promising or whatever they are planning to come out with would be the one that would be happening in the right manner. If not, then I believe a restructuring or a rethought, because since they say that the exact way that it has to function is still not implemented, yes, they can definitely go ahead back to the board, rethink all the way that they want to organize themselves, and probably come back with a bang in terms of all the products that they want to come out with. Now that's yet to be seen. My suggestion: wait for a couple of months. Let's see the development out there. Now they just want to collaborate. I mean, go ahead and put across that it will be a totally decentralized portion, and so each one or a smaller team would be able to work at their own pace or at their own what you can say. Passion driven environment, so it doesn't require any one person authorizing that this project needs to go first and that project needs to go second. So it's all left to the community to decide what projects has to be taken up, and once it's taken up, it's all left to the individual volunteers who are there in the dev team, the admin team, the coordination team, or the work groups to work together and bring that product or project to life. Now, some of the main groups that they have, as I told, your coding or tools, art design, document management, entertainment marketing, blah 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 blah. I know it's quite a lot, so I'll just move ahead. So coming down to the utility portion, the requirements of an initial pitch will be formalized in unison with the strengthening of our brand during the deployment phase of the initial utilities. If you are interested in pitching an idea, reach out to our team and we will guide you through the process. So how they want to actually come out with a project that they have in their mind. Yes, they want to do something with the entertainment and technological factor. They want to do something in the music section, the gaming section, the art, and the and in a decentralized manner altogether. So how do you want to go ahead and proceed further? Now I did quote my view that yes, they can come out with a website where new artists can publish their work in the music field. They can publish their work, be it instrumental or be it a band, be it vocal, anything as such. They can bring out their own talents in such mediums where people could subscribe using Ryoshi tokens, or people could pay a little bit of Ryoshi Vision tokens to go ahead and watch their videos or listen to their songs altogether. That might be a utility that we can see. Or you never know, some of these musicians might be releasing such music on the NFT platform. That also might be a possibility. I'm not so sure how implementation would happen, but just quoting an example. So that's my view or my thought, which I would definitely just go ahead and check with them. I believe that someone would have already got this idea to them out there, but yeah, nonetheless, I'll just that's my view. But anyone else who has a different option or a different view in terms of how we can get into how the team can actually get into doing the projects, this is how you need to approach. So what happens, the initial pitch, you put out an idea, then it's a community based decision, they evaluate it. If there is any other option to improve it, it goes back to initial pitch again. Then if it's accepted, it goes to implementation. If it's discarded, it's going to a discard. Now what I see here is just a straight linear mechanism where yes, you go ahead and put an idea, you discuss about it. If it's doable and it's feasible, yes, you go ahead and implement it. If it's not doable or feasible, probably you keep it aside for now, or and take it up a little later, or probably you just scrap it entirely, which you feel is not so good. Now again, the decision is not by one single person, it would be the community who would be deciding this. So that's nice to see. Now going on with what Shiba Swap actually gave them as a benefit or bonus is in terms of the allocation points. That's the reward that you get for providing the liquidity pair on Shiba Swap platform. So right now they are running at an allocation point reward of 20 APs as compared to some other tokens which are having much lower allocation points. So that's the bonus that they got from Shiba Swap, and that's what they got for providing the rewards for all the ex-ship holders. I mean, it's not like a give and take policy as such. It's more of a collaborative effort. Like, you give something to us, so let us also give something to you. So it's in the generosity front that I believe that they have been working together in conjunction as a team. That's really nice to see, because it's not a competition between Shiba Inu or Rayoshis Vision. It's all about we walk together. Let's go ahead and go together as well. So moving on with the burning app, this was really nice to see. You can see the website over here. It has a lot of details on how much is the balance burn and the balance to dead wallet, the balance wallet rewards. This is the wallet rewards that's showing up here, and the current circulation supply as well. As we see currently, I think it's around 335 trillion. Yeah, please correct me if my maths is wrong, guys. So that's the supply that I'm seeing right now. We currently have 9494 holders, and all the transaction that happens, and the amount of gas used is actually put out over here, and the value is always in Ryoshis. I'm yet to know whether this is a sell or a buy, and that's something that I'll definitely have to get some more clarity on. But this is how it is. I'm not going in depth with this particular website. I would like to get more details on how this individual functions work, and probably after that, I would probably probably roll out a different video on how we can utilize this for our benefit. But yeah, nice to see that they have this product at least running at the time of the white paper, guys. The time they launched the white paper, this is what got launched as well. I mean, even a little while before that, in fact. But this is nice to see that they have one single product available as a tool wherein people can view some of the details regarding to Ryoshis Vision. Now, coming down to the projects or topics under evaluation, yes, like I said, they would be getting the NFT marketplace. Yes, they say it's a no brainer. Yes, that's definitely coming. Then they're also looking into the option of general goods or services platform. I did quote about this to Shiba Inu coin, wherein they might come out with, once Ethereum comes, they might come out with a marketplace where you might have general goods or services that can be provided, like the Amazon of crypto, right? So that's what I quoted, since she was a peg coin. Now, that might also be in conjunction with Rayoshi's Vision also, right? So that might happen, because anyone can take up a project and probably build it together and provide a platform for other cryptos also to get in. So you never know. That would be also a good option to have. Now, we do have a few sites like shopping.io and other stuff where ship is again accepted for some of the goods and services out there. But if it's again another one which provides a much more utilized, or probably a much more well-known platform, yeah, it would be nice to see that as well. So entertainment, like I quoted, music is a field which they are currently getting into, and we already have a snippet today, and I was surprised to see that this small snippet is actually provided for us. You can, it's or that there in the YouTube or in the website. You can go ahead and check that out. It's a small snippet of the music that some of the artists have done, artists, I'm not so sure. But they have just given a sample music of what they can expect from the Ryoshis music project that they are coming out with. Next, they have games. Yes, they would be getting into the game development. Has pushed the topic game development from beginning, and yes, that is also something that they are working on. And we have goals of deploying both indie and AAA games. Now, indie games would be ideally those platformers or the normal running kind of games, or card games probably, I believe. But the AAA games would involve more of RPG games, which are gaining a lot of traction recently. You can definitely refer the project Jetstar, which I'm also doing videos on. They are having their own MMORPG game coming out. We did have a couple of other games also released. I believe Illuvium is also an MMORPG. I'm not so sure, guys. Just go check that out. That's also some games. Axie Infinity, yes, it's kind of an indie game, I believe. But yeah, I may be wrong in the genre categorization. Please don't, you know, be angry with me with that. But nonetheless, yeah, what I would like to quote is gaming space is blowing up in terms of the crypto market, and this is the right time or the spot where any token out there can get into, if they are serious about the business, into getting into games. Now, esports. This is what I said about esports that Rayoshi Vision is doing differently. Instead of getting into esports or hosting, probably getting a game into the esports section, right? So you build a game and you want that game to be part of an esports section as such. They would like to have Ryoshi's esports teams as this is an effective way of bringing communities together and spreading our core values. Additionally, we love games. So instead of game development, more than that, they are actually more focused in terms of supporting the debut of Ryoshi's esports teams. So they are planning to have teams of players. It can be Ryoshi Vision games, or it can be any other game out there in the crypto space. And who knows, Ryoshi Vision might provide a platform to start the first crypto esports tournament as well, right? So if that happens, I mean, it's really big, guys. It's real big money and real big exposure, and it's a serious competition out there in the crypto space. Now, having said that, the end of the white paper, they speak about metaverse, wherein they say any project that is actually built up would be community driven, and it is flexible in terms of venturing into any of the spaces out there in crypto universe. So tomorrow, if the community votes to say that we would like to have an exchange, then voila, you would definitely have an exchange if it's feasible, again after discussions and the implementation part. So that's all left to the community is what they say. So that's it about the vision paper detailed review, guys. And one last quote is that the donation wallet is also available, and that's a multi-sig wallet that they have. By multi-signature, it's like there are 5 people who are controlling this wallet, and it's almost required that it's 100% required, not almost, that 3 people, at least 3 people, agree or approve any transaction that goes through to the wallet. By transaction, I mean any sell or any withdrawal from the wallet that has to happen. That would only be authorized or would go through if it is approved by 3 people out of 5. Okay, that's how it is, and that's nice to see, because again, prevention of rug pull, until and unless all the 3 people would like to go ahead and pull out the tokens. But I don't think so that would happen here, guys, because the liquidity is locked. So rug pull is not a concept. Forget about that, since liquidity is locked, and it's something that is not locked for a period of 1 year or 2 years. It's locked completely and permanently, wherein no one can have access to in the ship address. So you will be able to sell your tokens at any point of time, or even purchase it at any point of time. Okay, so rug pull is not an option over here. That's something that is ruled out, at least based on my research. If anyone has a different opinion, please do let me know in the comment section below. But I'm pretty confident, since liquidity is totally locked out, rug pull would not be a possibility at all for this token. Now, so having said that, this would be the end of this video, guys. I know it was a little lengthy, but this is the most detailed review that you could find on the white paper for Rayoshi's Vision. Please do subscribe to my channel and get to know about other videos which I've come out with. And also do let me know what you feel about Rayoshi's Vision, and would you invest in Rayoshi's Vision token now that the Vision paper is out? If you ask me my personal opinion, yes, I would definitely go ahead and do it. But considering the gas fees out there, for me here in India, converting the dollars to the Indian rupees, it's quite huge. So that's where I would like to wait it out. But nonetheless, since I have my Shiba Inu stake, I am already part of the Rayoshi's family, so I'm happy with that. I would like to remove my Rayoshi Vision tokens after the ETH fees goes down, or once we have Shibarium by the end of the year, probably, and I would be able to move it with the Shiba Inu blockchain itself. So having said that, ending my video here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and love all the support. It's coming. My channel is growing day by day. I've already reached the subscriber base of 305 right now as we speak. Really nice to see, and really love all the support that I've been getting. Please do help and support me in the same way for bringing out more such fabulous content in the crypto universe out there. So having said that, thank you so much once again, guys. Have fun.